Alright, this is 48 Canik, and today I have a little something different here. I borrowed this from my brother. He picked this up at a gun show a few weeks back. Yep, a couple cleaning patches around here. As you can see from the cover, it is a Canik, and it is a TP9 V2 in the black finish. Don't really need to look at any of the sale documents. I believe he picked this up for about $369. Really a pretty good deal. One thing you get in it, besides the nice case, is the operating manual, which isn't bad. I've seen worse, so that's actually not too bad. You get a mag loader. You get an extra back strap here. Now, make this obvious. You do get a holster that comes with it. It's kind of a Serpa-esque holster with a retention lock here. You get a cleaning brush. One of these cheap, shitty trigger locks. I don't really have much use for these ones. I know they do it because they're required by certain jurisdictions, but you get a little tool here to help. Well, really a punch to help change out the rear plate, or rear back strap. Get an extra mag, which these are Mech-Gar mags, which are really good quality. And then you get the gun itself with the mag that it comes with. The gun is unloaded. Alright, so without further ado here, the Canik, it's kind of been around in some different variations for a few years now. Century Arms imports these. They're kind of doing a little bit better job now of doing the import job on them. You know, there's not as much. I don't know. It seems a little bit more professional the way they're doing it now. This is, for all intents and purposes, a Walther P99 clone. It does have some nice features though, for sure. Let's go ahead. I'll just set this. Well, okay, I'll continue here. This is the second version, as you can see here, indicated here, V2. You know, a couple of the other versions offer, you know, a single action or single double action. This gun is a single action, double action, striker fired. So I can show kind of for an example here. So as you have it right now, the gun, well, another thing to note about the trigger, it does have like a restrike ability. You can sit here and pull all day. If you have a round that doesn't go off, definitely does lend to some benefit there in case of a failure, ammunition related failure. So say you get the gun loaded, got this double action pull. Well, actually, kind of locked in a single action pull here, so that's a real quick. So you get it again. You can hit this, well, kind of a decocker, but it puts it into double action mode. You get a lot heavier trigger pull, and then your subsequent shots are going to be more like this single action here. It's a nice trigger pull. I don't have any complaints on it. I've shot just a few rounds to this. Just kind of looking at it for, you know, he let me borrow it, and you know, just taking a gander at it. So it's got some pretty nice features here with the decocker to get into that double action mode, which would be a pretty good option to carry in. So the finish, the lines on it, you know, really nice. Got some nice aggressive kind of a stippling on the side here, as well as kind of a Glockish pyramid scheme on the side, or on the front straps and the back straps here. But it does lend, it's pretty ergonomic, nice feeling in the hand. Like I said, it's got nice lines, nice aggressive serrations on the back. Gives you some positive feedback when you need to give a quick cock on there. Does have Picatinny rail on there, so that's a nice option to have, especially on kind of a full-size pistol like this. Does have 3-dot sights with, well, you got the 3 dots, and then you have kind of a little line here. Depending on how you want to use it, I think the intention is obviously to line up that, but that can help you with some of your windage adjustments, so to speak. There is set screws to help hold this rear sight into place. One complaint my brother did have was that this front sight kind of, I don't know if you can see there, but not really that bright. But that's easily remedied. A couple other basic features about the pistol is, obviously it is in 9mm. It is also offered in 40 Smith & Wesson. In 9mm, depending on what state you live in, you can have 10, 15, or up to 18 rounds in the mag for capacity, which is really, really pretty good capacity. I don't think you can complain about that. That's kind of an industry standard for a full-size kind of duty pistol. The barrel length is 4.1 inches long. The overall length is 7.17 inches. The height, this way, is 5.7 inches. The overall width, and that would be including, you know, kind of the slide release here, and maybe these take down. Not too bad, but the overall width is 1.35 inches. The weight is 1.74 pounds with an empty magazine. Don't really have a good scale to kind of test it and put it down into ounces, or with a full mag, but it is, I said it is a single action, double action trigger. It does have a firing pin block for a safety system. It is, you can switch it out from right to left-handed for the mag release, as well as, excuse me. So it does have a cocked indicator here on the back. So, you know, as you can see, that little red one lets you know that it is cocked. Which, you know, like with a Glock, the triggers, if it's going to be cocked, the trigger's going to be out. On this one, like I said, with that kind of a restrike ability, you know, it lets you know if you got it in a single action mode, basically, and it's ready to go. Overall, like, this, I guess, if I'd have any complaints about it and just the overall, you know, aspect of the gun is, which really, you can't complain because of the price point, like I said, about $369. Might be a little less or a little bit more depending on where you live. But, you know, one thing I would note is that compared to other polymers on the market, like a, you know, I'm comparing to like a Glock or an XD, it does seem maybe just a little, I wouldn't say thinner, but just the quality in the polymer doesn't seem like it is, you know, maybe I'm just conjecturing here. Just seems like it's a little cheaper, almost more plasticky feeling, not, you know, impregnated with, you know, obviously space age polymers. Not saying it's not going to work or whatever. It's just one thing to know compared to other pistols on the market. And then the finish, while it does look pretty good, I don't have any complaints there. But I could see it's kind of a glossier finish. I could see it having some issues, like even on this barrel here, there's a little bit of wear already forming. I don't think there's all that many shots through this pistol. But like I said, with that said, it is a very cheap pistol that is, well, I wouldn't say cheap, it's affordable. So far, it has seemed to have been reliable. Like I said, it's not a bad pistol, to tell you the truth. why don't I head outside and take a few shots with it at my kind of little makeshift range there, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, so I got the pistol here in the holster. It's a little wobbly, I will say, if you can hear that. But with the retention, you know, it does do a good job of holding it. I'm gonna go ahead, take a few shots. Very light recoiling gun. We'll say, you know, definitely for good value, to be honest. I'm gonna take a few more shots here. Take a few at the pumpkin. So alright, that was basically a full mag through it. Definitely real easy to keep on target. You know, it's one of the benefits of shooting a 9mm. You don't have to fight with the recoil. But let's head back inside. It's definitely pretty cold out here, got some snow going, so I'll be... Alright, we're back inside here, and that was some nice shooting with this pistol. You know, I hit the steel plate pretty good, and I was shooting at the pumpkin a little bit. One thing I would like to note, I did kind of say in the video, didn't know if it turned out very well, is there is quite a bit of rattle in this holster. Definitely not a concealed carry holster. I mean, look at that standoff there. It is a duty pistol, or duty holster. You know, if you're going to take it, do some target shooting on the range, or kind of wear it around property in case you know, see like a raccoon or something pop up on you. I think it'd serve you well. Nice little feature, especially in this affordable package here. Yeah, overall, I think Canik did a pretty well job of you know, putting together this pistol. This second version seems pretty nice. I know they have some other versions. They have kind of like a little premium version that I think it has a little bit better trigger and whatnot, but this trigger is pretty nice. No complaints there. Like I said, just kind of an all-around affordable pistol. I mean, is Turkey known for making the most quality products? I don't think so, but I think Canik does do a very good job and is basically on par with most manufacturers in Europe. You know, there's some other brands that are made there that are imported that might leave some to be desired, but definitely seen a lot of good things about this online. Very available to get. I basically see one of these at every gun store I stop at, and for around a similar price. So, you know, if you're thinking about, you know, wanting kind of a 9mm to do some both plinking, protection, home defense, whatever, like I said, might be a little bit bigger for some to carry, for concealed carry, but not impossible. You know, it's a little thick, but just in certain areas. I mean, the front slopes down pretty nice, as you can see the muzzle end here. But, you know, it's each their own on how they want to use a pistol like this. And, yeah, I would think that this would serve anybody well. You know, really just kind of a knock the ball out of the park on it, really, I think. You know, there's a lot of manufacturers out there, like I said, that, you know, they make a lot of different products. It's a very crowded market anymore. You know, there's Walthers, Glocks, XDs, there's Smith & Wesson, M&Ps, CZ just put out another 9mm Wonder polymer pistol. I mean, this one does offer some different features that you don't get in some of them at a better price point. This kind of is in that price point of like the Walther PPX, and to me, I mean, save for ergonomics, I think this would beat out the PPX just from handling. You know, I think you get a little bit more features with this pistol. You know, and you'd be served well. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching, and let me know what you think. And I do appreciate my brother for lending this pistol to kind of take a look at it and put some shots through it. Nice. Check. Yeah, a lot of fun. Watch this pistol. Check it out.